Alright, so welcome to a stream. A dev stream. Been doing art streams lately when I have the time to stream. But tonight we're doing a dev stream. And I did the boring part earlier this morning. Woke up at about 6 o'clock, started working on this. Well, I actually technically kind of started working on it last night, but I started work for the day at 6 o'clock this morning, thereabouts. So, the goal here is to basically take all of this code and turn it into a simple loop. I'll take this code, basically refactoring all of this, and grab this Boolean statement here, put that there. All right. So, here's what I've got set up so far. We have our data model. This data model is where we're going to store all the information for tech tree nodes. And when we want to unlock one, we're going to run it through this here. We're going to look at the division, which is going to be here. Oh, excuse me. Listed here, whether that's hangar upgrades, engineering upgrades, comm upgrades, such. And then once we have the division, we're going to go in and actually write the token. And that token will give us all of the information associated with that upgrade. So, we're already getting the JSON data. And I prefer JSON over XML because it's just easier to work with. So, we will get this JSON data from somewhere eventually. We'll look at that here shortly. But right now, what I want to do is I want to dive into that JSON data to get the stuff that we need. So, here's what we're going to do. Tech data is where we're storing this. So, if, let's see here, tech data dot contains key division I want to basically need to come back in here. Do JSON division. Let's do tech division equals tech data division. Oh, that's not gonna work. Tech data dot get string JSON, get JSON. Alright, so if I'm not going to worry about that just yet. Basically what we want to do is we want to mimic this up here, right? So let's just go ahead and expand this for a second. this. We're going to bring it down here. We don't want to add any technology just yet. Hello, Jimmy J. Alright, so tech division. We go in and we get the token that's associated with that tech division. And let's say for a moment we want to pull out the cost. Let's see here. Int tech cost equals do JSON tech token. We're gonna break it down a little bit more. Those tech token dot get int. Balloons. Scrap parts. Okay. Then we want to, let's go ahead and here. Go. We're going to, where did that? I guess maybe I close it up again. Let's grab this one here. Technology. All right. I will have to go over to my game data manager at some point. And we're going to delete the warp controller, or close it down. We're not going to delete it, we're just going to close it down. And the incident controller and the flip pool. We want the player profile manager. Figure out where we're grabbing all of our JSON data. We want to do this on start. Tech tree data equals get game data. Data. JSON. I believe that is where that is. Yeah. Okay, game data should work. So let's navigate to that definition and check it out. Yes, that should work. right. And we're just going to go ahead and pass this into the tech tree. Tech tree controller dot instance dot pass in tech tree data. Tech tree data. Game data manager. Tech tree data. Start the application. Scene loads. This gets awake. Then we go to start. Grab our tech tree data. Pass our tech tree data into the tech tree controller. Tech tree controller gets that data, loads it in here so that it's ready to use. And then when we want to add a new token, we get our cost and for doubloons and scrap, check it against our wallet and our scrap part storage. If we're good, we add the technology. We just eliminated like a whole bunch of lines of code. But I need to test it. And eventually I'll get this tied into here because we can do things like check the availability of this stuff. Because I also have, in this same data object, I have requires. So yeah. Which I might actually change this. So I'm actually gonna, let's do Control F, replace with requires tech. Let's just do off the cuff here. We're gonna add another variable here. Let's go with something that I know will make sense. E-war upgrades. Fires, radar, phase array. Let's do orbital guns. We're going to do another parameter here. Say requires scaffold. True. I'm going to put that on those just for the time being. We'll worry about that here in a little bit, but I wanted to add that. So let's go ahead and take a look at this, see if it'll run. Sorry about that. I had to clear my throat. Drink of water. Alright, so we have our carrier here, but we need the tech tree open. Let's see. Any of these would work realistically. So we're going to we're going to delete all of that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's not what I wanted. Tech panel, tech tree controller. Let's see here. know what I need? I need a different script. I need to add a utility script to this. That's what I need. This is one of the things that I forgot I needed to do. Oh, utility. We're going to create a new mob behavior. Tech. Oh, come on. I'm actually not going to put it in this folder. I'm going to put it in a different one. The what? I can still see it. Very strange. We'll look at that here in a second. Tech tree button. Alright. Let that do its thing. I'm actually going to we're going to reload this scene. It'll just be easier if I do it like that. Don't save. Oh. So we need back to interface. Content. Now, for right now, I've got some organization that I need to get done eventually, but for right now, we're just gonna upgrade tap band. We're gonna do this. We're gonna kind of do a partial integration for the time being. Tech tree button. Edit script. All right. So what I want to do here is I want to game object tech tree button game object. Actually, you know what? We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that at all. We're not even going to store the whole game object. We're just going to get the transform command. Parent. We do want to make that public. Public void add tech. Tech tree dot instance. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Dot add new tech. And that's not what we want. We want parent dot name this dot name. So basically we want to take the parent object, which realistically, I'm not even sure we need to do that. Form dot parent dot name. Kyle? And I am going to have to rename these nodes. So let's go ahead and open this up. We're going to do half band antenna. Wideband antenna. Dual wideband antenna. Redundant comm systems. Basic encryption. Come on. Code talkers. Actually, let's do this one. Code talkers. Because the button's way up there in the interface, but it's masked out so you can't see it. Frequency hop encryption. And we're going to do quantum encryption. Alright. First of all, before we do anything else, actually remove this component. Then we're going to add the component. Yeah. Revert. Revert. Awesome. Oop, clicked on the wrong thing. Go ahead and give this a test, shall we? If I did everything right, it should work. New profile. The Pearl. Load the profile. Come on. We're gonna enable these by hand. $150 scrap parts. Before I do this, let's check something. We're gonna add, because I'm lazy, I just want to test this. Add a bunch of currency to this character. Alright, now we're gonna go in here and test this out. Ready? Load the profile. Go to engineering. I will, of course, have to reactivate these. Now, like I said, if I did everything right, it should just work. Alright, so we have an issue. Cannot cast value mapped to key doubloons to J number. Okay, so I was kind of afraid that this might happen this way, but that's not going to automatically turn this into an integer, which is a little frustrating. Let's try int. I don't know if this is going to work. You know what? Let's just do it the way that I know to do it. Int.try parse out tech cost. Get string. Just gonna separate these for readability. We'll give that a try. I was kind of hoping I could just get it as an integer straight from the file, but I don't think it's going to let me do that. It appears not to be letting me do that, that's for sure. So let's go ahead and fire this back up. Load our profile. Make these interactable. Nice. All right, so that worked. And we should have the tech, yep, right there. But it didn't deduct doubloons or anything else. So what we need to do cost tech scrap. Basically it right there. There's a bunch of things that I'm going to have to come in here and rename. That's for sure. I'm also going to have to reorganize some of the interface. But yeah, this is looking pretty good so far. We're gonna revert. Revert that. Revert that. Yeah, basically there's just a lot of tedious things that need to get done now. But one thing I can do, right, is I did add this half-band antenna here. Let's go down here. I need to keep this because there's a bunch of like extra things in here, like playing certain audio cues. I have to get that hooked up next. I'll probably just go ahead and do that now too. Let's do void play audio cue. Clip. Tech division. Let's do I'm gonna copy paste this right quick. Do a switch statement here. Tech division. Case. Right, so our tech divisions, we go back here, E-War upgrades. Let's just pass in the actual token itself. Upgrade token. Right. Now the reason I've got this set up like this is because eventually I'm going to have to put in some if statements. Because there should be different clips that are going to play for different technology upgrades, or at least different types of technology upgrades. It shouldn't be too much, but let's see here. This is improved robotics. That's quartermaster. Alright, so let's go ahead and just divvy this up a little bit here. So all of these are basically E-War electronics upgrades. These are manufacturing upgrades. Frames. Okay. That's four different categories of upgrades so far. So what I need to do here is let's do at if else if nope else if else. It's a little messy, admittedly. So if we're doing it like this, we can actually not worry about the token. So we just want to worry about the division. So single channel. Let's do adding channels. Actually, I do need this. Okay. Tech type. Zero. What do we got for this one? 1, 2. That's 1. I guess it should technically be 2. I'm just going to change it for the sake of type. Right. We're just going to go ahead and just fill this out here. But we're also going to come up here and lightweight frames, construction, grade, That should be clip 1. Clip 2. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Adding streamlined, adding expedited. Let's see. Let's do hardware upgrade, construction upgrade for that one, and then we'll do construction upgrade. Hardware upgrade and construction upgrade. May add more categories eventually. So let's go back here. We're going to go to our eWar stuff here. We're going to type. Adding channels. Hardware. I'm gonna have to do that for basically everything in here, so we're not gonna get into that too much right now. But the important thing is that we're gonna have this basically this switch statement that tells us, hey, I'm getting an upgrade and I need to make these types of audio calls. I may find a better way of doing this, but for right now, this is probably just going to have to be the way that it is. I'm going to go ahead and just fill this out for the time being. Case Intel upgrades. And that's not going to be Helm at all, actually. That's going to be propulsion upgrades. That's also not going to be damage control upgrades, that's going to be engineering upgrades. What do we have so far? This is one of the reasons why I love switch statements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need to get hangar upgrades in here. And logistics upgrades. Case. Hangar upgrades. Case. We're going to do that for the time being, but we need squadron upgrades in here. This should be deck officer. Public audio clip array. Deck officer clips. Nope. Alright, I will sort all of the particulars out later. Because that's just basically going to be me going through and double checking that audio files are right and all that other stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. I think we're on par. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright. We've added a few lines of code, but we've also eliminated a lot of lines of code. A lot of really not good lines of code. These are still here, obviously, but I also have other things that need to get done. For instance, let's see here. Stuff like this, that's going to have to get carried out. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet. This might require that I put in very special cases. For instance, we're just going to go over here. Hangar operations. Excuse me. The hangar operations here. You know what I could do? Let's do this. Unlock panel. Bring hangar. Bring. Do it like this. If tech token dot contains key unlock panel. Oh, come on. So if we actually have that key in there, then what we want to do is we've got these are currently set up as individual buttons in here so that I can basically gate off the different panels by disabling those buttons as I need to. So what I'm going to do, we're going to put a switch statement in here because it's not going to be a very big one. Void unlock. Yeah. Aim. Switch. Aim. Case. I think some of them are called button and some of them are called panel. Yeah, that's basically the way it is. Right, so the engineering panel starts unlocked. We don't need to do that. Don't need to worry about that. Hanger panel. All right. Make sure we call that up here. We don't need to do that. Unlock panel. You're getting very close to having this thing basically more or less set up to be completely data driven, which would be awesome. This is going to be kind of the pain in the butt right here, because there's all sorts of special use cases in here. There's like multiple tokens that are required. Yeah. That. One moment. A dinner bell has been rang. This wonderful game dev, why, it's me, of course. I just got the dinner bell ring. So, yeah. I am using Copilot here. Copilot's more for my experience with Copilot is that it's the voiceover director is a pretty cute guy, I guess. We're gonna set everything to false for scaffold. I have some things that would be true. I am using Copilot here to automate stuff, so what you're looking at here is basically me automating, filling out more tedious stuff. I gotcha. Appreciate the boost. Have a good one. Sleep tight. Yeah, we're whoop. Admittedly, I could probably just copy paste a little bit faster. It's already got required scaffold on it. Copilot's good for automating really tedious tasks. I've yet to find an instance where Copilot was actually really good at solving hardcore problems. That may change in the future, though. We'll see. This right here, this is one of those techs that's going to require multiple technologies to be unlocked. And that's one that I'm kind of not looking forward to setting up the code for that. Because it means I have to basically pull out the list, then I have to parse through the list, and then do multiple checks. I'm sure I'll figure it out. But it's just a little frustrating. Alright, we've got that sorted out. Another thing I need to get done here, I'm going to have to put the type in here. Wherever I had that set up. I know I've got it in here somewhere. Yep, there it is. I will have to get the type set up. But yeah, there's just a lot of tedious stuff in here. Alright, so we've got location at scaffold. I think all of my location-specific requirements have basically been removed. So here's what we're going to do. Because I think I have most of this set up properly. and there's only a few technologies that actually require multiple technologies to be unlocked. And I'm also like doing some reorganization on the back end as well. At least as far as the tech tree is concerned. Like, let's go over to squadron upgrades here. These are all names taken directly from the new tech tree upgrade. So some of my current requirements they're just not going to be relevant. So this isn't just a code change, this is also a big part of the change for getting all of this stuff worked up into a completely new format for the tech tree. Not just in terms of how the nodes are laid out, but also in terms of the how things look in the editor. That's something or in the game. That's something I'm still working on. I've had different inquiries. Excuse me, yawning. Had different inquiries about or suggestions about how to present all of that information visually. And that's something I'm still kind of working on. So yeah, all of this is going to go away. We're going to do some here, similar to something what was done here, where we basically streamline everything into a very concise statement or method, function, whatever you want to call it, that does the heavy lifting with like literally just a little bit of code instead of like literally all of this. Like, this is, if you were doing this in the professional world, somebody would probably smack you in the face for doing this. I certainly would have been smacked in the face if I did this at my first job. I'm told, do it again. But yeah. That's an hour of just like literally, an hour of literally straight development. It took quite a bit of time to get all of this sorted out. Obviously, I still have more changes. I also had some other things to do IRL. I'll keep everybody posted on that as time goes by. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and kill the stream here and go grab dinner. And yeah, I'll see you all on Thursday. Take care.